Honkai Star Rail. Why too many beta tests can hurt a game. Honkai Star Rail is an upcoming action RPG game developed by miHoYo, the same studio behind the popular Genshin Impact. The game is set in a sci-fi world where humans fight against the Honkai, a mysterious force that corrupts and destroys everything it touches. The game features a variety of characters, weapons, and skills to customize your gameplay style. However, despite the hype and anticipation for the game, some fans are starting to lose interest and patience due to the excessive number of beta tests that the game has undergone. Since 2020, the game has had 3 beta tests, each lasting for several weeks and covering different aspects of the game. While beta testing is a common and necessary practice for game development, some players feel that Honkai Star Rail has gone too far with it. A common issue that many game developers face is how to balance the feedback and expectations of their beta testers with their own vision and goals for the game. Beta testing is a crucial stage in the game development process, as it allows the developers to identify and fix any bugs, glitches, or errors that might affect the game's performance and quality. However, beta testing also exposes the game to a wider audience, who might have different opinions and preferences about the game's design and direction. One of the main criticisms that some beta testers have expressed about the latest game from XYZ Studios is that the beta tests do not seem to change much from one to another. The game mechanics, graphics, story, and content are mostly the same, with only minor tweaks and bug fixes. This makes the beta tests feel repetitive and boring, as players already know what to expect and do not encounter any surprises or challenges. Some players also complain that the beta tests spoil too much of the game's plot and features, leaving little room for discovery and excitement when the game is officially released. However, not all beta testers share this view. Some argue that the consistency and stability of the beta tests show that the developers are confident and committed to their vision and that they are not swayed by external pressure or influence. They also appreciate that the developers are not rushing or compromising the game's quality by adding unnecessary or unfinished features or content. They trust that the developers have a clear plan and strategy for the game's development and release, and that they are saving the best for last. Ultimately, beta testing is a subjective and personal experience that depends on the player's expectations, preferences, and feedback. While some players might prefer more variety and novelty in their beta tests, others might value more reliability and quality. The developers have to weigh the pros and cons of each approach and decide what is best for their game and their audience. Beta testing is not an easy or simple task, but it is a vital one that can make or break a game's success. One of the challenges that the developers of Honkai Star Rail face is how to manage the feedback and expectations of the players who participate in the beta tests. Beta tests are a valuable way to collect data and opinions from the players, and to improve the game before its official release. However, they also come with some drawbacks that can affect the game's reputation and reception. Another issue is that the beta tests create unrealistic expectations and comparisons for the game. Since the game is still in development, it is not fair to judge it based on its unfinished state. However, some players tend to compare Honkai Star Rail with other games in the same genre or from the same developer, such as Genshin Impact or Honkai Impact 3rd. They may criticize the game for lacking certain elements or features that they prefer or expect from other games. They may also overhype the game based on their own preferences or assumptions, and end up disappointed or frustrated when the game does not meet their standards. This can have a negative impact on the game's image and popularity, as well as on the developer's motivation and confidence. Therefore, it is important for the developers to communicate clearly and frequently with the players, and to set realistic and reasonable expectations for the beta tests. They should also emphasize that the game is still a work in progress, and that they are open to constructive feedback and suggestions. They should also avoid making promises or guarantees that they cannot fulfill, and instead focus on delivering a high-quality and enjoyable game that meets their own vision and standards. One of the challenges that game developers face is how to balance the frequency and duration of beta testing with the anticipation and excitement of the players. Beta testing is a crucial stage in the game development process, as it allows the developers to identify and fix bugs, glitches, and other issues that may affect the game's performance and quality. However, beta testing also exposes the game to the public before it is fully polished and ready for release. These factors can negatively affect the game's reputation and reception when it is finally launched. Some players may lose interest and enthusiasm for the game after playing too many beta tests. They may feel bored or burned out by the game and decide not to play it anymore. They may also spread negative word of mouth about the game and discourage other potential players from trying it out. This can result in lower sales and ratings for the game, which can hurt its success and longevity. Therefore, game developers need to carefully plan and manage their beta testing strategies. They need to consider how many beta tests they need to conduct, how long each test should last, how much content they should reveal, and how they should communicate with the players during and after the tests. They need to balance the benefits of beta testing with the risks of overexposure and underdelivering. They need to ensure that the players are satisfied with their beta testing experience and remain eager for the final product. Therefore, while beta testing is important and beneficial for game development, it should also be done in moderation and with caution. Too many beta tests can backfire and harm a game's quality and popularity. Developers should balance between gathering feedback and testing features, and preserving mystery and anticipation for their games. Players should also be mindful of their expectations and opinions, and respect the developer's vision and efforts for their games.